So, today we're going to be making another video. It's been a while since I made a video, been going through a lot lately, and it's also been kind of hard coming up with topics. So, lately I've been reading the Bible, the King James Bible, and I've came across a couple of things in the King James Bible. Actually, I came across a lot of things in the King James Bible. But I guess you could call it's going to be my full-blown Bible series or whatnot. This is going to be like one of the first, I guess you could say, episodes that I do of it. Pretty much what this one's going to be about are the curses in Deuteronomy. A lot of those curses have a lot to do with a lot of things that's going on now today. And it also helps you identify who the children of Israel are today. And it also tells you who they were supposed to be. But we'll get more into it as we get more into the curses. I'm going to make it a walkthrough video. So if you know anything about my page or the videos I make, my walkthrough videos, you can go back into a couple of my older videos and that'll explain what a walkthrough video is for you. Like I always say, never take my word for it. Always do your own research. I always post all the information that I get. I always also show where I got it from if I can. But if I can't, I most likely will have the information on the screen. All you got to do is pause the screen to basically read the information. But this video is going to be pretty much a longer video than normal. So get ready for it. Lock yourself in. Let's get on with this journey. Okay, so at this point, we're going to go into the curses. But we're not going to do all the curses because it's like a lot of them. But I'm going to hit key verses to get you to understand what it's actually saying. Hopefully you grab something out of this information and see it the way that you're going to see it, because like I always say, I never try to sway people's ideas or thoughts. I prefer you to do that on your own. I just want to give you the information I found. So, here we go.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So, Deuteronomy 28 and 15 was just read. Now, what we should have got out of that one is, if you don't listen to God to follow his statutes and commandments, you would be cursed a certain way. Now, if you've never heard any of this before or whatnot, I'll give you a brief back history on everything that happened. Before we got to the point of the curses and everything, you had the story of Moses. If you've never heard of Moses, they got a couple of movies about it. There's one movie called Moses, and there's another movie called The Ten Commandments. Now, the primary actor on The Ten Commandments, I believe, is Charlton Heston. The story is generally that right there, the way they put it in the movie. I guess they tried to keep it as close to the original story as possible. But once again, they tried. Take it how you want, they tried. It's close, it ain't quite. But pretty much you obey God. After you obey God, you'll be blessed. If you don't obey God, you'll be cursed. Now, the children of Israel were in Egypt for about, 500 or 700 years before they got delivered out of Egypt by Moses. After Moses delivered them and they left Egypt, they ended up at a mountain. Now, after they ended up at the mountain, Moses pretty much went up the mountain to have a conversation with God. He was up there for a while, and while he was up there for a while, him and God had a conversation. God gave him the 10 Commandments. Well, there's more than 10, just to let you know, but everybody knows about the 10. Yeah, so let's keep going with these curses.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Okay, at this point, Deuteronomy 28 verse 16 was just read. It said, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. So we're going to take a gander at what being cursed in the city looks like first. And then we're going to do what it looks like to be cursed in the field.
I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces fill the places I can't reach. You know that I could do somebody. You know that I could do somebody.
We just finished being cursed in the city. Now we're going to do what it looks like to be cursed in the field. Here we go.
Pick that cut. Move along now. Come on, Ellis. Drive them there. Pick that cut. Move along now. Here, what you doing, boy? Come on. 240 for Bob.
So pretty much that's what it looks like to be cursed in the field and the city. Now, the next verse we're going to go over will be Deuteronomy 28 and 23. Everything you need to know about the verse is going to come up. And let's keep this trip going.
Thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
At this point, Deuteronomy 28 and 23 was just read. So pretty much it says, your heaven shall be brass and under your feet shall be iron. If you haven't figured it out, it's talking about slavery. Chains on your feet, iron on your neck, and iron over your head. I got a video I'm going to be showing it in a couple of seconds where they're explaining a couple of the slavery trinkets, I guess you could call it that, or slavery objects, what they did and how they work. So let's keep going.
He had a beard, gnats and flies, and God knows what got on this. Okay, and when you pull it off, your skin came off your face with the mask. Now for female, it was used as the device to keep it from aborting children, because it would keep you from eating certain things when you wasn't under supervision. And our women ate stuff to eliminate the child, unborn child, you know. And if you were an old slave, you just put it on, locked it up behind your head, and since it wasn't a retirement plan, work you to death. You see, so we now call it for guys, others who had a history of running away, you know, with stay put, They said in the great movie, they lock this guy in your neck like this, and you wouldn't be able to, if you ran away maybe to the woods and then cut this vine, come on, sure, you're my man. Hold it down.
Now this particular thing is a reproduction. The originals came out here.
Some of them had bells on them, didn't they?
Yeah, some of them had bells.
Everything. So it was designed to kick them to the vines and the fence, briars and everything, and to keep you, and even if you did make it into the woods and escape, you couldn't lay down. So if you couldn't lay down, you couldn't go up trees, and the dogs got you eventually. So this is another one of those inhumane devices.
So we just got done with Deuteronomy 28 and 23. Hopefully that verse and those videos help you understand it a little bit more. Because when I found out what it was actually talking about, it took me back a second. I'm not going to even lie. Because my mom had me in church as long as I could remember, and nobody ever explained to me or let me know or notified me or sat me down and said, yeah, this is in the Bible. So now, while I was reading that, I was actually trying to understand it. I asked myself, I'm like, damn, if they got that in there, I wonder what else is in the Bible that I overlooked over the years or I haven't been paying attention to. You get what I'm saying? So I ended up still reading. Ended up going down to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And that part, I'm going to show it to you. When I show it to you, you're going to be like, what? Watch what I tell you.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Now, we just finished reading Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Now, I can't be the only person that actually sees what it's saying. But just in case I am, I'm going to do a breakdown for you. Pretty much what it's saying, I'm actually going to post the verse up here somewhere so you can actually see it as I go through it. But pretty much what it's saying is, you shall go back to Egypt. This is Moses and the Israelites we're talking about. And Moses got them out of Egypt. They walked out of Egypt. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you know anything about, like I said, the Ten Commandments, you know they walked out of Egypt. When they got to the Red Sea, God did a miracle and split the sea. And they walked through the sea to get to the other side. The only reason why they went through the sea was because they were being chased. But the original idea before the chase happened, they were going to walk up and around the Red Sea. If you ever seen a map of old Egypt, I'm going to post one up in here somewhere. But the old map, you can honestly walk across from Egypt into Israel. But they built the Suez Canal. I actually did a video on the Suez Canal, honestly. I'm going to have the picture, once again, up in here. You can go back, look at that video, get an understanding of who built the Suez Canal, why it was built, and what it was made for, and who was involved in it. That's pretty much where that video took place, and that's one of the reasons why I made it. It was an interesting story, honestly, and I just luckily linked up with this one. So now we're going to continue. In this same verse, right here, they're talking about bondmen and bondwomen. To me, it sounded like a bondman or a bondwoman. At first, I thought about bail bondsmen. I don't know why, but I did. That's automatically where my brain went. So then I ended up looking the word up on the dictionary apps and stuff. And I found this right here. Also found this down here. So, a bondman is a slave, and a bondwoman is also a slave. So, Deuteronomy 68, well, Deuteronomy 28:68 is talking about going on ships into slavery. Yeah. Nobody ever told me that one. Didn't even know it was there. So I completely blew my mind. Just blew it. I'm like, hold up, bro. The Bible talking about slavery, chains, and nobody's talking about this? And the funny part is, if you actually go through before they get to the curses and the blessings, all they keep saying is, do the commandments, do the commandments, do the commandments. Why are we not talking about this in church? You talk to somebody about it in church, they're talking about, oh, the law dead and gone, the law done away with. But if the law done away with, why does it keep saying it? And I can show you on my Bible, bro, like the last 2 verses of the Bible in Revelations. Hold that thought. I'm going to actually show you the actual page. Hold up. I'm going to pause this for a second. All right. Now, I'm going to see if I could flip this around so I can show you guys. Because this is nuts. Now, this is Revelations, as you can see. It's the last book of the New Testament, okay? Now, this part right here. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have, what did I say? Rights to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Let's check this again. Blessed are they that do his, what did I say? So, after what I just showed you in Revelations, you tell me the laws are done away with, and you say, oh, that's the Old Testament, and we don't go by those laws no more. Okay, I'll give you that. But if you're watching this video, I'm going to ask you to answer this question for me. Why is that in the New Testament at the end of the book if we don't have to obey the laws anymore? That's the New Testament, the last book of the Bible. It also say do the laws as written. Explain.